Back by popular demand, thanks to this poll underneath my last AliExpress video, we have the Charmander riding the Steelix. If you don't know what that's all about, I suggest watching my last AliExpress video. Of course, this one isn't AliExpress. Today, we are doing Shein, I think for the second time. Of course, they primarily do clothing, but they do all kinds of other things as well. They're basically just AliExpress and Wish and Temu, but again. Actually, one of my favorite pairs of earbuds, which are actually Pokemon earbuds, came from the last Shein video. So anyways, we're gonna start with this monstrosity. This is how they shipped it to me. Nice open container, broken ear. But I forgot exactly what this thing is supposed to be. It has a crank. I mean, just ignoring whatever this is supposed to do, it's just kinda horrifying, I won't lie. I don't remember what it's supposed to be. But like, it just, a really off face on this guy. So, okay, there is a Detective Pikachu hat here. I guess that explains the dimples on the head. I guess that popped off. There we go, looks slightly better. Then we do have his ear cap. Okay, just kind of pops right back in. I remember what this thing is. I had to look it up. I had to look it up to remember. So this mouth should come out right there, yes. So this mouth is just put in there when it's not in use. I need to go find something. I remember looking at the product page for this, and like when I first saw it, I was like, that's just like an ugly figure. And then I saw a photo of this, and thought it just looked hilarious. Honestly, the fact that this pencil has like that color thing on the back makes it look like a very long cigarette. Yeah, like, very long light right there. Yeah, this is literally a pencil sharpener, and oh, I spun it the wrong way. And honestly, it just looks hilarious. And yeah, it is devouring the pencil. Let's pull it back out. Yeah, it sharpened it. I probably should have showed the pencil first. It was extremely dull, like almost nothing left. I mean, yeah, it does sharpen your pencil. I'll give it that. Like it does what you want it to do. I just thought it was hilarious looking. Like just the deep hole that is Pikachu's pencil sharpening mouth. Yeah, this is just like a pencil from my wife's like art stuff. So how do we get the shavings out? I'm guessing right here. Yeah, there's a little dump tray, and there it is. Now, I'm not going to accept a petition to keep that guy in the background. That one's not happening. We're going to leave his mouth out, but we'll throw it here at his feet. Now, this video does have a bit more of a card theme going on than, you know, as opposed to my usual AliExpress, Temu, Shein videos. And to go with that, we have a pack and a pack. Yeah, I bought 5, and for some reason they shipped them all separately. Like, they all came together, but they're all in their, like, own bags here. But we have new XY Go Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces, and then that's in Spanish. XY Go. Them throwing the Go symbol in between XY looks hilarious. The Pokemon Company International does have the right address for them. Anyways, obviously very fake Temporal Forces pack here. Let's rip it open, see what comes inside, and oh man, we got an DDV off the bat. Oh, we got a God pack. So it's the V. Yeah, these aren't looking like the hand-typed cards, sadly, so I don't think we're gonna find any funnies on these. But it's like all Vs. We have a V Max here, and I like that the sets don't even make any sense. I said Temporal Forces and Go on the thing, but that's Vivid Voltage, and the last one was like Darkness Ablaze, I think. We have a Promo Meowth in here. Eldegoss V, and oh my god, I didn't even notice the back. Why is there the e-reader symbol? XY Go e-reader series. Pick a generation. Just pick a generation. You're going all the way back to e-reader? Like, I was expecting to see, like, the usual, like, oh, we tried to copy the back, but it's kind of faded, or... I mean, it is faded. That is not the right shade of blue. But it looks like they use, like, almost like an AI image removal to remove the Pokeball. And then they just threw the E there. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh, and it's upside down. I just realized that. Like, card this way, flip it around. Oh my god. I'm excited to look at the rest of these. Again, I bought 5. I don't even remember why I did 5, but I did 5. I think it was because I was hoping that if these were hand-typed, I could have a higher chance of finding some funny things in here. Sadly, that doesn't seem to be the case, but here we have another XY Go Temporal Forces. Yep, there's our e-reader symbol. So, Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff GX. I actually do have this card in the normal form. You can even see where they scanned it, like some of like the scan lines on like the Jigglypuff. Oh, upside down, the Zazzle GX, Tapu Koko GX. Hollow effect actually isn't god-awful, I'll give them that. Like, it's faded, but like, they match it to the hollow pretty well with like the lightning there. We have the Lunala GX, Rillaboom V Max, and Venusaur and Snivy GX Tag Team. Like, the generational gaps going on here. We have Tag Team GX with a V Max in the same pack. Like, at least pick a set, guys. Alright, let's look at the next one. I mean, we kind of get the joke by now, but we're gonna go through them. So we have a Pikachu on the front of this one. Again, XY Go Temporal Forces. Oh god, why did I buy these? We have the Ninetales V, the Aeolin Golem EX, Sylveon GX, Yveltal G Max, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX, and a Sandaconda V, which should be a textured card. Right, I think. Should be, full art. Next pack, let's see. Oh, we got Pikachu, but it's not the same artwork. That's interesting, but it's still XY Go. Sorry, new XY Go, Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces. We have Snorlax GX, Double V. Like, it might look like some of these hollow effects are okay to you guys. I can say it's a bit impressive that they managed to get the hollows in the right spots and stronger in some areas. But I will tell you now, I'm looking at the camera. It looks far worse in person than it does on film. Like, this card is, all these cards feel very matte. Like, they definitely don't look as good in person. Not that they look that good on camera, to be fair. Like, they scream fake. New XY Go, Temporal Forces. I'm hoping that the next time I do Shein, I can find this listing again and see if they're listing any other sets, because I think it might have just been Temporal Forces that they were listing. Lycanroc, Zumanzetta, Regirock V, Toxicity, Meowth, Eldegoss, you get it. Oh, I just went and looked, the listing has been removed. But yeah, it says that it's just a random pack, so I didn't get to pick which pack I got. I want to say this is the one that I bought because it showed Prismatic Evolutions packs that also looked fake just from the images that they uploaded themselves. But the listing has been removed, sadly. I would have loved to have gotten some fake Prismatic Evolutions with that set still being so new. I gotta say, the cutting, like, they're all pretty even, which isn't always the case with fake cards. Now, I'm not a big plush guy, but I will say, from doing these videos, I've seen a lot of people sharing the sentiment that when it comes to the plush community, they really don't care if something is official or not. But do you care if it looks like this? We have, again, it actually kind of washed out, which is funny. Just like the ugliest Jolteon. Let's clarify, this is my favorite evolution. Look what they did to his head. There's a reason I picked this evolution. Not only is he my favorite, but like, he just looks so goofy. Like from this profile, it looks like a Jolteon. As you start to turn him, his face becomes more squished outwards. And I want to note, again, this isn't because I like packaging, it wasn't like shrink wrapped or anything. Like, the product photos of this thing showed its face looking like this. They even showed that, like, terrible seam going on there. But we do have a photo of Jolteon here. And, I mean, this is for sale in Japan only, made in China. So there's a very, very good shot that this is legitimate. Like, I could be wrong, but if this is legit, which it really feels like with a lot of the tags and stuff that they do here, like 2018 copyright on there, like, it feels like this is a legitimate product. It's just kind of ugly. Yeah, I'll do some research and I'll let you guys know if this looks like a legitimate thing that was sold. It'll be on screen somewhere. All right, I do not know what this one is, but we about to find out. Let's get it spliced open. And okay, yep, I bought another one of these. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I bought one of these, but I bought another one. So the last time I tried to buy one of these sleeping Pokemon figures, I've gotten two that are official. I actually got a Bulbaboy and an Eevee. And then I went for a Snorlax, because it's kind of fitting sleeping Snorlax. The one I got was fake. And, like, these are not expensive to get on AliExpress and Shein and all of them. Like, they're not expensive at all. They're very cheap. In my opinion, anyways. But the Snorlax was, like, the same price as the others. But I got this dirty figure, and it even came with the hacky sack thing. But it wasn't real. Like, it wasn't the same hacky sack thing. Well, let's just open this. So when I say not the same hacky sack thing, it was more stuffed than this is, and it didn't have this microfiber here. It was literally just like a hacky sack. This microfiber thing is on all of these. It actually advertises in this paper right here that you can use it as a wrist rest or to clean off your phone. But I love these things, and yeah, these are official. I don't know if they're China market, like Chinese market only, or maybe just like Asian markets only. Yeah, for sale in mainland China only. I still get those comments pretty often where people don't understand that like Pokemon is like making a bigger push in China right now. They've always been in China, they've always been there. But like where they're doing like the simplified Chinese cards, and those are kind of blowing up a little bit right now. Like they're doing more official things there now. But we have the Charmander, and just a really well done figure. And wow, okay, that's actually kind of funny. So Chinese copyright laws are very different than they are here in the States. And in China, you don't really have them in any traditional sense that, as I would understand it anyways. So on our products, you tend to see like copyright dates and stuff on like the bottom of a figure or whatever. You don't have to do that there. But they felt the need to do it anyways, but there's no copyright, so instead of the copyright symbol, it's just a Pokeball. Like, they didn't have to do this at all. It's not a legal requirement there, but it's kind of funny. I like that little play on, like, hey, we still have text on the figure, it's just not really legally required. But we have a little sleepy Charmander. We put him on his little plush hacky sack bed, and he goes sleepy. I love those things. I want to get more of them. I do want to note, I had somebody comment on 2 of my like Shein AliExpress videos recently, and he was asking like, why do you hate China? Like, what do you have against China? But he said like, you know, like, why do you hate us, or something along those lines. Like, I don't, like, I don't understand. I'm buying things from China and reviewing them, and yeah, we tend to get a lot of fake things, but as we've seen, you can get some legitimate things there too. It's the same in any country. You can find legitimate or fake. It just happens to be that I tend to find more funny fake things and I'm buying from Chinese marketplaces. So in case that guy is watching, I don't hate China, I don't hate Chinese people. Like, I'm not racist. I like to think that if I was racist, I would, like, be proud of it. I would be very vocal about my racism. Anyways, we have a holiday calendar here. I don't remember the exact reason why I bought this. It's obviously not even close to Christmas right now, but we have a advent calendar. I think it's because the figures that I saw in the product photos were really funny. I want to say that was the reason why. They're definitely not secured in there. All right, we could do it the traditional way. That's going to take forever. Let's just pop that top open and slide them out. Somebody did leave a comment on one of my videos recently, and it's actually kind of one of the reasons that I'll buy these little cheap figures. Like, the molding is never, well, okay, not never. The molding isn't terrible, right? Like, you tend to get the shape correct. It's the paint job. That thing looks horrifying. It looks horrified, rather. But where my wife does, like, art projects, these can actually be a good project for her, because she can repaint them, make them not look as bad, and you file down where some of this plastic is, like, folding over here, and reuse them in, like, resin projects and yada yada. Yeah, we have a little matang here. Like, the paint is always, like, the worst part of these, but that doesn't mean that you can't fix them up. Oh my god, them eyes on that. Let me just zoom in for this section. Look at our little Vulpix eyes. Oh, we actually have a Zekrom here. Wow, his face is mangled. That did not do well in the mold. Of course, you have to have a Pikachu, but again, Uncanny Valley, just like the one back there. This looks goofy. But yeah, like, if you like, are an artist and you, like, make stuff, like, this is a really cheap way, you know, to get some stuff that you can use. Like, repaint them, touch them up, make them look better, and then put them into actual, projects. I will say, these feel waxy. These feel real waxy. Like, I feel like I could damage it with my fingernail. Oh, I kinda can. Like, they're very wax-like. Firo also is looking very just chicken-like today. We have... Oh, I feel like I've seen this exact Clefairy painted like this. Oh, that's actually not a terrible job. Like, the eyes look awful. Don't get me wrong. The eyes are terrible. But, like, the spots and stuff, like, that's actually not terrible. I'll give them that one. Oh, my Pachirisu, what did they do to you? Where's the stripe on your tail? You're just white. Oh, and they missed your mouth. Goth-eel, right? Like, Gotheli, something like that? I don't remember. Middle stage. Oh, they whipped out the gold paint for this one. I don't really think it's supposed to be, but they whipped it out anyways. It actually kind of looks neat with the gold paint there. The rest of it could be, you know, improved. We have... Oh my god. That jump scared me. Like, I didn't look... Like, I'm just, like, grabbing and picking up. And I just saw that appear on my camera. Oh my god, Leafeon. Oh, I apologize to all the Leafeon fans out there who have to see their boy just get massacred like this. Just leave an F in chat. We have Plusle. Okay, the molding's kind of weird on that with the ears. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's kind of accurate, but they feel kind of fat. They feel kind of thick. Oh, another evolution that I guess they wanted Sylveon to be a fairy and ghost type, because that is haunting. We have the Venonat, which, it's always the eyes. It's always the eyes that get me on these things. I mean, it's not correct, but they're not terribly painted on that one. We have little Cacnea. Again, actually not horrible on that guy. Oh my god. Okay, that mouth, I feel like they messed up on that mold a little bit. But we have a little Gumball. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a thing. I can also see that they have the mold this way, because that's not supposed to be there. Yeah, the face isn't done poorly, though. God, I can't even remember what your name is. Aurora, right? Something like that? And our last one, we have the Tyranitar. He looks kind of goofy. Bam! Now, as always in these videos, I'm saving the best for last, but the best might end up making this video a lot longer than my usual. But we still have 5 things to go. So if you've watched my Yamacon video I did for 2024, you'll see that there are these little keychains that I found a vendor that makes. They take Pokemon cards, like this fake one, they print them out really small, and they put them in these little keychains, and it just looks kind of nifty. Well, I found the, less good equivalent. It is cooler, because they're bigger. And if you want, like, a bigger keychain. There is a peel, though. Ooh, let's take that off. Maybe it'll actually make it look better, because they look kind of bad. I assume that's a peel. Ah, it actually doesn't look that bad. Now, it is a fake card that is being put into this acrylic. If you can't tell, because they were too lazy to find a scan that wasn't from Pokélector, with the watermark on it. No, I get it. I like Pokélector. It's good for getting card art, but they used to put those watermarks on there. And so maybe find a source from somewhere else, but it doesn't look bad. Like, honestly, I mean, the cutting and stuff is a bit weird on the actual card itself, but like from a distance, this just kind of looks like an actual card put into this resin here. Or at least until you look at the back, and not quite so much. But it is like nice and sealed. Like it's pretty well done. I'll give him that. There's also another little part of the keychain, the Pokeball and Pokemon symbol. That's also has a peel on it, but whatever. Then a little heart thing to clip it on. It's not too bad. I kind of like that. I will say, those handmade ones that I found at the con, the small little ones, I liked more, and a lot of it has to just do with the size. Because obviously those are fake cards too. They're mini prints. But I feel like they did a pretty good job with the print, and like the mini size just works for it really well. Now this one actually has some like scuff marks and stuff on it, but we have the Gyarados EX without its holo effect. It's just like a non-holo Scarlet and Violet base set Gyarados EX. But again, it looks kind of realistic. Like, it looks kind of like a real card. These are actually better than I had thought they would be. I'm gonna preemptively peel this one before I show it. Wow, they used a different peel on the back of this guy. Oh god, it left some residue. It's like sticky. Why did they use a different wrap on that one? Oh, my hands are like sticky now. But yeah, I had to go with a break card because, man, don't you guys miss these? Weren't break cards your favorite thing? Somebody out there, surely, loved break cards. Well, they made this just for you. I don't know. Actually, not terrible. Like, it's kind of neat. Like, it's not bad. I don't know why I bought this. I just thought it was funny. We have Pokemon money. Yeah, it's literally just, like, fake currency of Pokemon. Now, I do know there was, like, a country that did, like, coins that were, like, official currency. This is not that. But we have, it's well done. I'll give them that. Gold at 99999. Like, 10,000. Yeah, that's a $10,000 bill. Nippon Ginkgo. I don't understand what that means. Somebody in the comments can inform me. Yeah, 10,000 yen. Like, it's not terribly done. I mean, it's basically just the same thing they do with the fake golden cards that you find all the time. But it's like a pretty thick, like, material going on here. I remember I had the option to, like, just, like, pick the one that I wanted, but I picked the one that gives me all of them. So we have our... So that was just, like, our basic, like, you know, Pokemon. Like, you have Ash and Pikachu. Oh, the backs are different, too. That's cool. So on this one, you have your Charmander and your Charizard, and on the back, we have the starters with the Pikachu. Actually kind of neat. So here we have Eevee with a Pikachu in the center, and on the back, oh, it's all the evolutions. It's kind of weird that they did Pikachu there and not like a different, like an evolution or something. But we have all of our evolutions back here. Not too bad. Oh, is this the same thing again? Oh no, the back is different. Okay, so we have the evolutions again on the back of this one, but the front is just the same. This one is Squirtle with Ash and Pikachu. Oh, it's worth a lot more money, and it's lucky 7777. Yep, Squirtle, and on the back, once again, evolution to Pokemon Go. I mean, come on. Why do they always have the fake things with the Go symbol? So we have Ash Pikachu with Charmander and same backing. We have Ash Pikachu and my boy, the Bulba, and same backing. And then they went ahead and did Meowth too, who I would say back in the day would have been like a secondary mascot, but that's definitely become Eevee now. But we have Ash Pikachu with Meowth and same backing. I don't know, they're actually kind of nifty. Like they're pretty neat. I remember like whenever I saw these, I did like want to, I did like look briefly into the like those official like currency Pokemon coins. They're kind of pricey to get your hands on. Apparently the way I understand it is like, yes, they were legal tender. No, they weren't super widespread, and it was mostly like a commemorative thing. It wasn't like a, you know, like a long-term, like, oh, we're gonna print these things for years. It was like just a little celebration. But there we go. We have some fake Pokemon money. Then we have some more fake things. A couple of years ago, I think it was for anniversary. I don't remember. I'm having a Christmas gift. I got my wife, who was my fiance at the time. She might have actually just been my girlfriend at the time. A Pandora bracelet. I'm sure you guys know what these things are. This is just like a knockoff Pandora bracelet, but similar idea. Has a little heart on it. But it came with, and she can actually make use of these, charms, which will, supposedly, the thickness looks about right. She could actually choose to throw on her bracelet. I'm sure she'll just do like one or two, because part of the idea is that she would just slowly add on to it. It's like over time. But we have a little Jigglypuff charm here, and it's not poorly made. Like it's pretty good. Like it's like kind of dense metal. It's not like very heavy, but for its size, it's not too bad. It's painted okay. We have a Pikachu. I probably wouldn't have done like the silver border, same with the silver eyes, but it's not too bad. We have a inline like charm with our Charmander. The silver in the mouth makes him look kind of vicious. But, oh, he's double backed, okay. We have a Pokeball with golden accents on this one instead of the silver we're seeing on everything else, so that's kind of neat. It is also double-sided. We have a Vaporeon. The silver makes its head look kind of weird. It looks better in person, but it still looks kind of weird. We have a Flareon here. It is a Flareon. We have the little Bulba Boy, one of my all-time favorites. Squirtle is actually another inline, but it's like the Squirtle Squad Squirtle, so he has the sunglasses on, which was a fantastic choice to do here. There's also this. Did something break? Like, I don't really know what that's about. Was it supposed to, like, go on the ball somewhere? I don't understand. But I saved the best one for last. The real reason about this thing is because she is a massive Psyduck fan, and here we have a very confused Psyduck. If I had to guess, this one is actually going to be going on her bracelet. So that's kind of neat. You tend to see, like, when people do, like, these Pandora charm things, most people don't care if they're, like, official or not, like, the charms and stuff. Because, to be fair, the official ones, there isn't, like, the best options out there. So it tends to be what you're buying anyways isn't, like, an officially licensed product. But these were just a pretty neat idea, and I don't remember what I paid, but it was, like, probably less than $10. Which, if you ever buy these things, that's actually a good price. Oh god, yeah, it was way less than $10. That was $2.23. Like, honestly, not a bad price for them being decent quality. This thing, I feel like, wouldn't last, like, super long, but it's not bad. Then we got a squishy Gengar. I tend to get comments on these videos, like, people trying to, like, find certain products, and like, oh, I want to buy that thing. I'd be surprised if someone says that about this guy. I like his dinky little arms. That's the main reason I bought him. He has these dinky little spike arms. But yeah, it's literally just like a little squishy Gengar. He is kind of funny to mess around with, but are you really going to be special ordering one of these things? Like, are you going to go make a purchase on Shein just to get this little stretchy Gengar? Because, I mean, the issue with these things with the rubber is that they give out pretty quick, and they get dirty very easy. but you do have a little squishy Gengar. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. You can kind of see where they plugged it right there, that clear plastic. It actually doesn't feel too bad, I'll give it that. And as someone who works in the arcade industry, I can tell you, it just smells like the kind of rubber that you would expect it to smell like. I know it's weird that I smelled it, but I had a Gengar product in a previous one of these videos where the smell was so bad, it made me nauseous, and I started not feeling okay. So, making sure that this Gengar isn't also going to try to kill me. So before our last product, I need to go wash my hands. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I just went and washed my hands. I have gloves. People will leave comments sometimes on the AliExpress videos like, hey, some of the plastics they use, some of the stuff can be dangerous. You should be wearing a mask and gloves while filming. So to those people, I want you to know, I have these gloves. They're not really like the kind of like medical gloves you're probably talking about. But I just want you to know that I have them, and I'm still not wearing them. And like, what do you mean a mask? How bad do you want my audio quality to be? I'm willing to die for my content. Can you say the same? So anyways, our last product is a very interesting one. Now, the price that I paid for this thing is basically in line for what you would normally expect to pay. I think it was actually a bit cheaper than getting it from my normal vendor. The interesting thing is it seems like it shipped from within the United States, and it got here way before everything else. We have a Japanese booster box of Future Flash, or Flash Future. I can't remember which order it goes in. And I just wanted to see, are they going to try and scam us, or are we getting something official? Like, it came from what seems like, from what I can tell, it came from within the US. Like, so I think we just literally got a booster box, like legitimately. So I actually recently opened one on the channel, so we can kind of do a little comparison here. Now, there's a chance that something could be resealed or something, but while I'm not an expert on the Japanese, like, wrap here, this seems to be what you would expect. Like, it's kind of what I'm used to from the Japanese things. Like, I know I'm over-examining this, but people have always wondered, like, can you get legitimate cards from these sites? And most of the time I see listings, they're like, yeah, that's probably legitimate, but it's also, like, 4 times MSRP, so why would I buy it from here? Like, and I've always wanted to do one in one of these episodes, but I don't want to spend that kind of money on something that I could just get actually legitimate from here in the States for an actually reasonable price. But this, like, I got from my vendor that I always go to. This I got from Shein, and it was actually like a little bit cheaper. I mean, everything here checks out. It doesn't look like anything has been like messed with. I mean, it's like a Japanese product. You have to like rip that peel off to get inside. And like, I don't think you probably could like do a trick and try to get your hand in there, but you're probably gonna end up tearing the cardboard in your attempts to do so, because the flaps on the inside are super long. So let's rip this one open. All right, and we have our packs. These definitely just seem like normal Japanese packs. Now, I should note that whenever I did my opening on this one, I just kind of resealed it with all of the packs inside. And yeah, it's just, we didn't get scammed. We actually got in a legitimate Japanese booster box. So that is kind of the end of the video. I am going to be opening all of these on camera. I'm going to be doing it very quickly. I normally don't like doing card openings very fast, but this video has been long enough, so I'm going to be like kind of flying through them. I actually might like pre-cut these packs. But normally at the end of my video, I had the bonus card of the day segment. So what I'm going to do, some of you are probably checking out. You've seen all of the things, yada yada. Well, at the end of my videos, I normally do that bonus card of the day segment. This time there was actually something very special, and I really wanted to show this on camera. So instead of a bonus card of the day, it's been a while since I've showcased something on this channel that my wife has made. She spent a while working on this one, and I really wanted to show it now that it's done. She made this display with that little Torchic figure. She spent a long time working on this. Now, I should note, these little pedals right here, yeah, they're not actually attached. We kind of, like, had the idea to add these when I was grabbing it to film this video. So these are going to be getting added and actually attached here, because that just looks like that really centers this whole thing together. Without those on it, I can kind of give you a better view of what you're looking at here. Also, she was wondering what she should do for, like, the bottom of it, and yada yada, and I gave her an idea, and she did a pretty good job. We have... Oh, there was a third one that also... Okay, I didn't even notice that one. There's a fire energy that she cut out and did as a bottom piece for this Torchic display. It looks really cool. I like this thing. I've mentioned before, I keep trying to, like, get her to, like, possibly make things that she could sell one day and maybe open up an Etsy shop. And this will actually likely be one of the things that she goes to sell. I believe this one was actually made with an official figure. Yeah, it is. 2022, I think that says. Pokemon, Nintendo, Creatures, Game Freak, yeah. But she has made a bunch of things, and I like to show them on the channel. And more people have been interested in them. And this is kind of what she came up with recently. I think it looks really cool. It's like this really good resin material that she used. I will say she tends to get stressed out when she makes this kind of stuff. And there was one part of this when she was like mixing the resin for this floor here. It didn't quite go the way she wanted, and that kind of like ruined her day. And I was telling her, I'm like, stick with it. I'm telling you, like, it'll turn out good. Stick with it. And yeah, this was the end result. We still are going to add these petals to it. I say we. I'm just kind of answering questions and giving her opinions once in a while, whenever she asks for them. But yeah, this thing's really cool. If you like it, let her know down below. She's also debating if she actually wants to do Etsy or not, because she has some issues with the platform, and so we're trying to figure things out. That's even if she starts selling these kind of things anytime soon. All right, let's start ripping open some Japanese packs. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pre-cut these. I need something to, like, talk about while I do it, I suppose. But yeah, I imagine most people have kind of checked out by now. You've seen all of the things. There's no other surprises coming in this video, aside from whatever we pull from this set. This set does make up, I believe, 1/2 and or the core of the English Paradox Rift. And if you want to see another booster box, I'll just open them as I go. If you want to see another booster box of this opened, like I said, I did recently do one on the channel. Like I said, we're going to be kind of flying through them. If you're not a normal viewer of my channel and you're watching this and like, I don't really like watching this dude, he's going way too fast. This is not normally how I do things. But like, this video has been long enough. I'm just gonna go through them pretty fast. That is one issue I tend to have on YouTube. Like, I watch a lot of like Pokemon content creators, and I've been getting into it a lot more lately. I'm like way back into like the Pokemon community, which to be fair is what this channel is all about, but I haven't always interacted with the community at the level that I have been as of late. And that is always the one thing that irks me, is when people just like fly through things super quick, or like do that right there. Well, they're just like flash and move on. Granted, that was just a holo. Actually, here, I'll do with this pack the thing that I hate the most. Like, the thing that I hate the most when it comes to, like, opening channels. Well, if I can even get my finger in there. I can't even do the kind of speed that they do. They don't, like, do the pack trick. They take the cards, and they go, oh, no pull, set it down. Then they grab the next pack, flip it over, cut it open, splice it, which a lot of times I don't use scissors, I just do because I'm lazy with the Japanese, and they go, oh, cool, Altaria EX, moving on. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, let me see the cards. I feel like that's bigger with, like, the scam platform that is Whatnot. And I get it, you know, if you're doing, like, a massive opening, if you're doing, like, hundreds of packs, like, you probably gotta go a bit faster. Man, you can slow it down. If it's a longer video, it's a longer video. If it takes you longer to film it, in my opinion, it's worth it. And there are some people who love watching longer videos. That's a huge comment I get all the time. I remember whenever I was working on that, like, controller repair video, which is very odd for this channel, I uploaded the screenshot to the Discord of, like, the total file size for that video, and, like, the length of the video before it was edited down, and it was, like, 3.5 hours. And I had people in the Discord that are like, hell yeah, I love long videos. Like, if you slow down your openings, and you know, if your video gets a little bit longer, in my opinion, every minute of the video is a bit higher quality than it was, because people can actually see the things that you're opening. But at the same time, some people just really like those long videos. I tend to as well. Hey, AJ/EX. So I know I'm kind of going against my own statement there, but I've also been filming for like an hour, and this wasn't supposed to be a card opening video. Like, this was supposed to just be, like, look at these things I bought from this Chinese place, you know, the series that I've been doing for a long time. But, I mean, we got a booster box. It would feel wrong. I'm super happy about that Ape-Bomb, and they have the little... The Nabberry? Is that what that one's called? I always try to guess the berry names, and I'm so bad at them. It's like the thing I'm worst at with Pokemon. And I'm bad about a lot of things with Pokemon, but I forgot completely what I was talking about. But, I mean, like, I bought a booster box in this video. Like, it would feel weird if I was like, alright, I'm gonna open this one in a future video, goodbye, and just not do it. Like, that's what this channel is about. Okay, I'm moving that pile, it's getting kind of unstable. I will say there is differences in the quality of paper used between Japanese and English, which I'm sure a lot of people already know. I do prefer the feeling of the Japanese cards. Like, when they are just unsleeved, just naked cards, shuffling through them, they slide apart just so smooth. Like, compared to English, it's such a smooth action to just cycle through the cards. Like, so much better. At the same time, because the finish on the card is so smooth, if you're trying to, like, stack them up, you won't be able to stack it as high before it starts getting unbalanced, and you have to, like, you know, kind of cut the stack down. Vanillux, Onyx, man. No amazing pulls yet, but I am very happy with those A-Palms with the berry. That is a card I haven't seen in English or in Japanese yet, so very happy to have pulled that. Let's see. It's always the illustration rares that I want. Like, the SIRs or the SIRs. Obviously, those are really cool. But even just, like, regular illustration raiders, that is my favorite part of modern Pokemon. Like, I will take that over most other cards in a set. Like, any form of the illustration or special illustration raiders. Like, they did that with, you know, towards the end of Sword and Shield. You had, like, Crown Zenith right at the very end, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance. They did the Trainer Gallery, which went into the Galarian Gallery, and I loved those. Like, that was, like, my favorite thing. And then, when we learned that in Scarlet and Violet, that was just going to be a thing, they changed the name for, you know, again, now to Illustration Rare. But, despite all the name changes, it's very similar. It's a very similar thing. Of course, the trainer galleries had, like, you know, trainers on them, kind of like we're doing with Journey Together. Not in the same regards, though. But that was my favorite thing about collecting during that era, and we have the Toxicity EX. Those were my favorite things to collect during that era, and they basically just decided to continue forward with them, and I'm still stoked on it. I remember being afraid, because it was like, oh, Crown Zenith is going to be our last set from Sword and Shield. Man, we haven't gotten nearly enough of these beautiful full art cards. Like, I was terrified that they were just going to go away. Like, obviously we have full art cards, but not with that level of, like, artwork to them. At least not with that many cards in every set, anyways. And I was, like, super afraid that the Scarlet and Violet era would bring an end to that. And I'm very happy to be wrong. We have our little zebra in the woods, and there's another little guy hiding way back there. And, once again, not a card that I have pulled in English or in Japanese. So, we're doing pretty good. Like, I think overall hit rate is about what you would expect for Japanese. But, is this set one of those, because in Japanese that tends to be a thing where you have, like, a guaranteed, like, hit rate. So, theoretically, we should at least get one special illustration rare, although they don't call them that in Japanese. Illustration rares are called art rares, and then I believe it's just special art rares. So, they just changed illustration to art across both names. One to the front, we have TM, and Iron Bundle. I had someone telling me that these aren't that hard to open normally. I just kind of want to, like, give it a try. Like, I feel like... Yeah, I mean, it opened, but obviously not very cleanly. Not that that really matters that much, but I don't know, I'm weird. Maybe opening from the bottom is the right way to go. I mean, where the long stem does not exist. Porygon Z. Let's try it from the bottom. Like, I had someone tell me, like, man, like if you start doing it, you'll get used to it. But I feel like I bend the cards more doing it that way. Like, with the English packs, I'm good at opening them just normally. Like, I never use scissors on English packs, but... Yeah, I think for the Japanese, I'm going to continue forward with using scissors, because that just... I don't know, I feel like that almost took longer by the end. Like, trying to get the cards out without damaging them more. And we have the Toad Scroll, with many a Toad Scroll on the image. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Toad Scroll on this one. Oh, 8! There's one way back there. 8 Toad Scroll. I can't tell if that's another Toad Scroll back there. If they are, they're really far away, but... that would be like 12 Toad Scroll between those two little sections. I don't know, a lot of Toad Scroll. If you like this guy, you get a bunch on one card. But I can't believe I'm saying this. That is another card that I have not pulled between either English or Japanese. Like, this is just going super well. Thank you very much, Shein. Like, I think all it is, it's just an English seller that is listing their items on there as well, which is kind of uncommon. You don't see it a lot, but it does exist. You do have, you know, sellers that aren't based out of China, or, you know, they are based in the US. There was one that was apparently based out of Japan that I ran into. It was a long story. That was, I think, selling on AliExpress. Like, it is a marketplace. You can list things on there, but I just wonder if it's more of a logistical nightmare. Like, why would you not just be selling on, like, eBay or TCG Player? I mean, I guess if people are going to be buying cards from these Chinese marketplaces, they probably don't understand value either. Like, they probably also don't understand, like, you know, how much these things are actually worth. So you can probably sell things for more money on there. We have the Iron Hands EX as a full art card. Not bad. Very, like, light texturing going on there. We are nearing the end, finally. Again, wasn't exactly the plan for this video. I'm sorry that it's so long-winded. Pull that out. One to the front. We have Rescue Catcher, right? No, it's not Rescue Catcher. I'm stupid. What is that one? I don't remember. I'm trying to go so fast, but I'm not used to speed running Pokemon card openings. I feel gross doing it. Like, I don't even think I'm going that much faster than I normally would. Like, I'm just kind of trying, but I also, like, keep wanting to stop. I keep wanting to appreciate the artwork while it's still in front of my eyes. It probably would be faster if I would have just pre-opened all of them, especially if I did, like, off-camera, but I don't know, I feel like that removes some of the legitimacy from the things that we pull. But yeah, it's gotten to the point where, like, you know, older times when I'd be on, like, AliExpress or Wish, which is basically dead at this point, when I'd be on those platforms, like, I would expect everything that I get to be bootleg, and maybe I would get something official on a rare chance. Things are definitely kind of changing up, where you are definitely... love me some Iron Valiant. You definitely seem to be getting a lot more official things from those platforms. It doesn't mean you can't find the fake things if you try, and it doesn't mean that when you get something that you're trying to get legitimate, isn't going to, you know, it's going to end up being fake. Like the Snorlax, one of those that I got. These fake cards. Like, you will still definitely run into them, even when you're trying not to. But I feel like you're getting more official things lately, and I guess I'm kind of the expert on what's going on these marketplaces anymore. I'm guessing that full art was the equivalent of our SIR that we got in that box. I don't really know if guaranteed rates are really a thing, but that was fun. I was fully expecting to get a fake booster box, but for the price that I paid, I mean, I would hope that it would be legitimate, because a lot of the times, like, the fake things end up being, like, a lot cheaper, and the real ones end up being a lot more than what you could just buy locally or online. I probably should have left this guy in the background. Anyways, it feels weird doing an outro without the bonus card of the day segment, but either way, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that fun stuff. I guess I'll go ahead and link you guys up here to the, other booster box that I did of this set. And on the other side, for the first time in a long while, I'm not going to do a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos. Instead, it's going to be a playlist of all of my videos from Chinese marketplaces like this one. So check that out if you feel like binging and watching some more. And as always, you can join the community Discord here in the center. I promise you, it is full of only nice people. I actually love the community that I'm slowly building there. It's still a very small Discord, but it's been very fun so far. And right here, I hit 1 hour of recording time, right at the end.